welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be reacting to Tom Aspinall wrestling with a rugby player, or grappling with a rugby player. Let's see what it's all about.
Go for it.
From the start, this guy definitely is grappling like he's playing rugby right here. This is not wrestling. This is not BJJ, even though a lot of BJJ guys' takedowns look like that, look very amateurish. Very amateur. He shoots it for the single. I mean, even as a rugby tag, I think that's bad. Like, to go, because I think when somebody's running, you don't want to just go for. They're not gonna stand in front of you. I mean, at times maybe, but I feel like that's bad technique for rugby, bad technique for football, especially bad technique for wrestling and MMA. Push Tom Aspinall down there. And that's not technique really. That's just Aspinall. What's Aspinall trying to do here? Like an outside trip or something? Bad technique on Aspinall's side. Like, he don't really have control of. Can you even see my cursor? He has no control of that arm. He don't control the posture on this side. He's not controlling that arm there. If he would have had like a lockdown, like overhook, maybe that'd been smart. Like overhook on the backhand. Hips gotta be a lot closer. This really was bad technique, bad position altogether. But sometimes you do that when you go in with a guy that just, it's just for fun. It's not a real fight. It's not a real grappling match or anything. It's just for fun. But you try to go for stuff even though you're not really in position, and the technique not as clean on what you're doing. And yeah, even a guy that doesn't have skill or in that particular thing can feel like, yeah, what's this guy doing to me? And I mean, he is an elite athlete. It's not like he's just some random bum off the street. But yeah, terrible technique from Aspinall here. Rugby player, even the rugby player can feel it, and just like feels momentum going this way, and he just pushes them that way. Like, you don't have no control over my leg. You don't have no control over my arm. You were off balance yourself, and I just push you further off balance in the direction that you were already going.
Slippy.
That really was the position.
Slippy.
If the guy, had grappling, any bit of grappling experience, that was the position he could have went for the back. Aspinall falls. The back's right there. The guy's like, don't know what to do. Again, he don't have the experience. He don't know what to do. That could have been a takedown. That was not a takedown. The rugby guy did not take Aspinall down. And for people that don't know how wrestling works or how it's scored, you don't score a takedown if there's no control. Like, you could pick out and throw him around. Yeah, you put him on the ground, but that doesn't count as a takedown. A takedown is putting them on the ground and having control of them. It's not just putting them from on their feet to on the ground or helping them, like tripping them and pushing them around. You got to go down and secure the control for it to be considered a takedown. So that is not a takedown. Yeah, the guy didn't know what to do. He had a moment. All he got away with is smacking Tom Aspinall's butt. That's all he got away with.
Slippy.
Oh, now he secures the overhook better this time.
Well done, Hugo. Good wizard. Get
Even that was kind of bad thing, but I think Tom Aspinall wrestling is still very weak. I feel like defensively he has improved a lot. I feel like offensively and against a very solid wrestler, I feel like it could still be exploited. And this footage, I know it's old. I think it's like a year, maybe 2 years old, but still, I feel like some of the weaknesses are still there. Like, the European guys typically don't have the best wrestling, and I think that's pretty much the same for Aspinall. I think he has pretty solid BJJ for what we've seen for the most part, but I do think he has weak areas in there. I feel like his grappling is at any point really like elite of the elite, especially particularly his wrestling. Yeah, he controls the arm, turns into him. Pretty decent technique there. Let's see if he made any little mistakes, big mistakes doing this right here.
done, Hugo. Good wizard. Get
Yes, it's a little bit weak, right? He's able to control the arm and But again, the guy don't have the experience. He didn't really have the greatest control there. The guy could have got to his knees and went chest up and could have ended up on top there. And again, maybe the arm that's free, straighten that out, squared himself up a little bit, chest up, and he would have been on top of Aspinall there. But yeah, Tom Aspinall just having that overhook was enough because that guy, again, he don't really know what to do there. He don't know how to hustle in that position to get the top position there. But the takedown really wasn't the cleanest from Aspinall there. But yeah, nonetheless, that was much better than the first attempt. The first attempt, he didn't really even have the underhook in there. So that's why he just didn't have no control over the guy, and the guy could just shove him off.
I tell you what, he's got some good techniques.
That was nice. That was nice.
He had a little whizzer in there at one point. Beautiful, man.
Stuff. Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
That was good.
Did that guy have a wizard? I don't think the guy have no wizard. Did that guy?
Slippy.
Tom Aspinall had a wizard, but I don't think this guy had a wizard. Yeah, Tom Aspinall was the one who had a wizard here.
Well done, Hugo. Good whizzer. Oh! He had a little whizzer.
But that other guy didn't have it at any point. But yeah, I think Aspinall's wrestling technique isn't the best. But I don't think that's something that's so crazy to say. I think that's pretty obvious for a lot of European fighters. I think that's where they're typically weaker in there. But you get some guys like Leon Edwards, who has pretty solid grappling, especially good counter wrestling. And not Aspinall, but Leon Edwards is the only guy to take down both Kobe Covington and Kamaru Usman. I think he took Kobe Covington down like twice. I think he took Kamaru Usman down once. And I think when he did take him down in that first fight, he got him into a mount. So, yeah. He's one of the few ones. And there's some other guys that are particularly grapplers. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but they're like featherweights. A couple of them that have, solid wrestling grappling. But yeah, but overall, Europe has a pretty weak grappling scene, especially when you are talking in particular about MMA and not just pure grappling. But even in like pure grappling, like wrestling, Europe doesn't really have the greatest wrestlers. I think they really have the most standout BJJ guys. They got some, but not very many. The scene over there is pretty weak for the most part. But let's look at George St. Pierre wrestle a rugby player. Now he wrestled a hockey player and see the difference. All right, this is a very old footage. I remember this. So, and that footage right there, those were both heavyweights. Aspinall was a heavyweight, or is a heavyweight. Not a was. He still is and will always be a heavyweight. That guy might have had maybe 10, 15 pounds on him. But this right here, George St. Pierre is going in there with a hockey player who probably has about 40 pounds on him right here. Like, GSP is a welterweight. This guy probably walks around like 225, 235, something like that. So this guy probably got like 30, 35 pounds on him. But again, size difference, but much more significance here between the two. Like, the other two were heavyweights, just like a welterweight versus, and at this point, this is not even GSP. When he got bigger, he put on more muscle. This is GSP, before like the Jake Shields fight when he put on a lot of muscle. This is like the GSP that fought like, body build that fought Koscheck 1, Koscheck 2. So this is a smaller GSP, is all I'm saying. And definitely not the GSP that fought Bisbee. But again, let's see the technique difference when you're going with a guy that's inexperienced but a very strong athlete. GSP versus Aspinall. This guy like he has more, like this guy like he trains more than the guy that grappled with Aspinall this year. I feel like this guy, not that he has like extensive grappling experience or extensive wrestling, but I feel like he probably wrestled just a little bit. Maybe not in like collegiately or high school, but maybe went to some sessions and he had experience, a little bit of experience versus the other guy. Like, he just straight up this new rugby and rugby only. Like, this guy at least has a little bit of something. So bigger weight difference. This guy has a little bit more grappling experience, or at least had some grappling experience. Versus the guy just had pure rugby experience. This guy was a top Canadian, I think, hockey player or enforcer. But yeah, two very athletic guys. But this guy, bigger weight difference between him and GSP, and he does look like he has some bit of grappling experience, as opposed to the other guy that didn't have no grappling experience. This actually kind of, I don't know if this is actually grappling experience, but in hockey they do that. When they fighting, they try to get a hold of your sleeve and stuff. So maybe he don't have no grappling experience either, because this not like he's not doing no head fighting or nothing, no real hand fight. He's kind of trying to grab the arms and try and grab the triceps and biceps and get control. That's stuff they do in hockey. Like I think he is in him for, so maybe he don't got no grappling experience either. It's just that they actually more so fight in hockey, whereas in rugby they do tackle you and stuff, but they don't actually try to clinch up and physically 1v1 fight in rugby. That's not a part of sport, where that is a very big part of hockey, where they will, literally have 1v1 fights, and it's a part of the sport. So, yeah, maybe I'm kind of overstating whatever a little bit of grappling experience this guy does have, because he's using hockey stuff. So he does have technique as far as the hockey sense, but they're probably not going to transition to anything as far as actual, like, going for takedowns, defending takedowns. But hey, they also got to stay on the balance. They be fighting. They be literally on ice skating, and got to keep balance, control you, move you around, punch you. So hey, it's something. I think that's much harder to do than just tackle someone on grass. You got literally got to have a strong core, be balanced to throw punches, move someone around. Stay on your feet while someone's trying to swing you around, all while getting it sliding on ice. Look at that clean technique. Actually, no technique that level from Aspinall. Arm drag, snaps, transitions to the single. I think he got the single, but he transitioned to the double. I know he said one of his favorite takedown was transitioning from the single to the double. So he did that there. But the camera person right there gets in the way. I think he did get the double. That's one of his favorite takedowns. He's definitely, when you see him both times, he's definitely the difference. He might be bigger than I thought he was, or said he was. This guy like 6'2", GSP like 5'9". So this guy might be even bigger than I said he was in GSP. He might be 6 pounds than GSP.
That's the church direct back there. 1 minute left. Don't body lock.
Another thing I would say, GSP is one of the greatest wrestlers in MMA history, so it's a big difference. We're not saying Tom Aspinall is one of the best wrestler grapplers in all of MMA history. He's not close, and nobody's saying that he is. Nobody's expecting him to be that. He's good at what he's good at. He's solid pretty much everywhere, but one thing for sure, he's not like he's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time in MMA history. No, he's one of the best BJJ guys that made. No, he's a great talent though. Lethal striker with some grappling chops. He loved that single to double.
15 seconds. Is it gonna last 3 rounds? That's single. Time.
How you doing, George? Humiliating.
I think they had another round, but you get the point. I didn't even need to watch that much for y'all to see the difference in technique. But yeah, that's been my reaction. What y'all think about Tom Aspinall's grappling with that rugby player and GSP's grappling with hockey enforcer? What are y'all thoughts on the difference in technique. You think what does the footage say or doesn't say for both? I think even like little playful footage like that, you could see the difference in technique. It's not a matter like, oh, that was just playful. Like even playful, you can show or not show your technique. Your technique's gonna show regardless. And again, the difference in skill levels is different. But again, obviously, GSP is one of the greatest wrestlers in MMA history. And again, we don't expect Tom Aspinall to be that. We know Tom Aspinall is not that, and we don't expect him to be that. But yeah. But what are y'all thoughts to the reaction to the different situations? And yeah, leave it in the comment section below. Start some debates, drop some hate, drop some love, whatever you want to do. Start a convo, start some dialogue in the comment section below. But that's been the video. That's been my reaction and reactions. And catch y'all next time. Peace out.